Father Junipero Serra and plans to canonize the 18th century missionary entombed at Carmel Mission are in the news again tonight. Ever since the Vatican announced Pope Francis's plans to make Serra a saint during the Pope's visit to Washington this fall, many Native Americans have expressed their anger. Well, today, the Vatican is pushing back, announcing plans to team up with the Archdiocese of Los Angeles to host a day-long celebration on May 2nd to honor Junipero Serra. We get more on today's news and what it means locally from Action News reporter Caitlin Conrad.
Pope Francis has plans to canonize Father Junipero Serra during his September visit to the United States, a decision which has already put a spotlight on the Carmel Mission.
Right, I think it means a great deal for California and for her people to recognize that this part of the world in particular has its own saint now.
Father Paul Murphy is the pastor at Carmel Mission Basilica. He says the planned canonization has already brought an increase in pilgrims to the Central Coast, there to see the headquarters the proposed saint established and to pray at the home of his remains. Murphy says Serra did not lead an exemplary life, but he did lead a saint-like one, as defined by the Catholic Church.
Founded these missions in order to bring people closer to God and introduce them to the good news, what we call the good news, the gospel of Jesus Christ.
The decision to canonize Serra has been a controversial one. Native American tribes in California hold Serra and other Catholic missionaries responsible for killing and beating their ancestors.
It's time now to make it all happen.
On Easter Sunday, local tribes showed up in crowds for an anti-Serra demonstration. Tribal councilwoman for the Ohlone Costanoan Esselen Nation, Luis Miranda Ramirez, lives in San Jose, but she spoke to us by phone to voice her opposition to the canonization.
We are not speaking up against the religion. That we're talking about the man himself and his acts, and that the church needs to hold him responsible.
Dr. Ruben Mendoza is an archaeologist who has worked in the California missions for 20 years. He says there is plenty of evidence documenting illness, whippings, and other forms of punishment in the missions. But he says these facts are distorted when taken out of the context of history.
There are too many of these kinds of details that are completely overlooked by those who would rather sensationalize the past of Serra and his efforts to evangelize and to protect the people under his charge.
The Vatican is still investigating Serra's life. Murphy says there is a priest in Rome who specializes in examining the good done by those in the Catholic Church and reporting to the Pope. He says it's important to remember in Serra's case that canonization does not mean a person lived a life without fault.
Not everything that a saint did in his or her life is, always a good thing, It's a mixture, as all of us are, of good and bad.
In Carmel, Caitlin Conrad, KSBW Action News 8.